What's up, everybody? Chris Cole here, and I'm on the range, and I want to talk a little bit about my philosophy to the finished position. I don't think it's a subject that's discussed a lot. I think I'm guilty of it too. We discuss an awful lot about how to move away and how to turn and how to kind of create downswing patterns. But then once we've hit the ball, what happens next? And golf is not played on the range, and it's not played technically. It's played by getting the ball around the golf course. And I genuinely feel that if we have a better understanding into how we should finish on each respective shot, we can rewind it back and have a better understanding of how to set up to a ball for each shot, how to leverage back for each shot relative to what we need to do. So let's take a look a bit closer. I think, personally, the best players at this game have a great deal of separation from their hands to their body post-impact. They are able to get into that position there with the hands much lower and the club higher, which means the club has released and extended down the line with ease. And it's all right saying just extend your arms out, but if you haven't loaded well enough into the backswing, you can't get there. So we could spend our energies and times trying to perfect the backswing, but the follow-through looks a little funky. If that sounds like you, start the other way. Get into your finished position where you've pivoted, rotated, face the target and extended, and then wind it back, extend, wind it back, extend. And you'll get the feeling, because you've started at your destination, your ideal destination, of how to rewind and recreate, rewind and recreate. If we can start this sort of reverse engineering mentality, we'll have much more success. So let's take a look at that in a full swing perspective. Extend and pivot. Extend and pivot. See how I got everything away from me here, very wide on the follow through. Great. Where else is it useful? Well, say I have a 7-iron here. So let's say I'm hitting a sort of long range chip shot / pitch shot onto a green. Well, if I would ever use a 7-iron from range, I'm usually planning on running this ball up. So I'm going to obviously have a back setup with the ball position more back in my stance, handle more forward, okay? Why would we never ever ask why a player would set up like that? Yes, it's the way you do it, but why? Well, really, if I'm not trying to get the ball in the air, I want an abbreviated follow-through. So that's going to have the club head below the hands, much straighter with the left arm here. And if I start with my ball position back and handle forward, it's encouraging that, okay? So I'm going to start in the position I want to be in and wind it back, okay? Wind it back. So that is why the ball goes back and the handle goes forward, is because it's going to limit how much follow-through I have. Conversely, if I'm trying to send one up into the air, the ball's going to go more forward, handle's going to drop back. Yes, that's what we're told. But why? So I can release the club and get the hands much higher in my follow-through. Excuse me. See, the setup is a precursor for how I want to deliver and release. And I don't think that the release is discussed enough and make it make sense with why we go back a certain way and why we set up a certain way. So explore, if this sounds like you, explore where you want to finish per the shot. If it's a pitch, if it's like a bump and run, or if it's a full swing finish here, okay? Explore where you want to be and rewind it back into position. The landscape and the picture will be much clearer. Good luck, everybody.